Cheetahs are found all throughout Africa and even into India. Now they are mainly found in southern Africa below the Sahara Desert. They like open, dry grasslands where they can pick up speed and kill the prey. The cheetah is important in its ecosystem because it keeps the animals that it hunts in check. By hunting and killing off its prey, they ensure that the populations of those species do not enlarge to the point where they are eating all the vegetation.
Here is a food chain based upon the ecosystem of the cheetah. The arrows represent the flow of energy and show the direction of the energy as it is transferred from one organism to the other. An energy pyramid is a graphic model of energy flow in a community. The different levels represent different groups of organisms that might compose a food chain. The trophic level of an organism is the position it occupies in a food chain.
In the past 100 years, the cheetah population has been declining rapidly and they are considered endangered.
Habitat loss also presents a major threat to cheetahs. As human population grow and expand, agriculture, roads, and settlements destroy the open grasslands that cheetahs favor. Human-wildlife conflict threatens cheetahs' survival. Cheetahs tend to encounter conflict with farmers when loss of their natural prey leads them to attack livestock, and farmers kill them as pests in retaliation, and humans using cheetah for clothing and accessories.
Due to an increase in human population and the need for space, the habitat of the cheetah in the wildlife has been greatly reduced. Environmental factors such as drought, an increase in trophy hunting, and the combination of disease have all been limiting factors in the ecosystem of the cheetah.
One invasive species that exists in the cheetah's ecosystem is the Mexican poppy in East Africa. Nutrients in the soil allow plants to grow, which are eaten by herbivores and omnivores, who are in turn eaten by cheetahs and other predators. When animals die, their carcasses provide nutrients for the soil, thus maintaining the cycle of energy. However, unpalatable Mexican poppy seeds. Instead, the cycle is broken. These plants grow unregulated, spreading across the land and using up valuable nutrients, water, and space that would otherwise be used by the native and the edible plant species.
Since the sub-Saharan desert is far from civilization where industrialization is prominent, cheetahs do not face much of the same problems regarding pollution as other animals residing in places that are closer to large cities. However, one pollutant that may be present is the excessive amount of dust. The dust is brought down to earth by rain, and when that water evaporates, it leaves behind a layer of visible dust. When this is combined with strong winds, this dust may get into the water supply that helps the animals survive. It is already difficult enough to find water in the desert, but having dusty water makes it even worse. There are also a lot of second-hand effects of this. The dust has been much more harmful in other countries, such as Britain, as the animals in Africa have adapted to these conditions.
What process does the Dallas Zoo go through in creating and designing the cheetah's habitat?
The things the zoo takes into consideration are the type of animals they are, if they like to be in a group setting or an individual setting, if they're wild animals, if they like trees, or if they have places they hide, or they like to be in caves, light or dark. If the animal likes water, if they climb or jump, and they also take into consideration how the visitors see it. So they have to create a space that can be good for the visitors to see the animals, but also when the visitors leave, the animals can feel safe and at home. Things that the zoo does along with creating a good environment is incorporating some of the colors that the animal has in their regular natural habitat, like greens, browns, and blues and grays. And another thing the zoo does now that's on exhibit is there's a little nest of eggs that would usually be in the environment of regular cheetahs.
What are some innate and learned behaviors that cheetahs have?
An innate behavior that cheetahs have, which is something that they are born with and inherited with, is that they purr. And a learned behavior would be them learning how to hunt. However, this is just not present in the cheetah's environment right now because there are no enrichment programs such as this. Cheetahs are born with a hunting and chasing instinct. However, the cheetahs in the Dallas Zoo are not born hunters that kill for food because that is a learned behavior. And since they have spent the past 3 to 4 generations in captivity, no parents have been there to teach them how to hunt.
Our enrichment program allows the cheetah to utilize the skills and behaviors that they would naturally use in the wild, such as climbing and jumping. We will do this with the use of a puzzle feeder. a sturdy ball that has hidden compartments where the food is stashed. It will be placed in high trees in their habitats. And cheetah will have to use their physical abilities to climb and get it down. To get the ball down as well as open the feeder adds complexity to the hunt and offers physical and mental stimulation during the feeding.
This method of using food as a way to enrich the animal should be used to encourage the cheetah to use their natural foraging behaviors and gives them a chance to solve the puzzle, just like they would in the wild.